Yeah, just quick last reminder, if anybody would like to make public comment, we have a sign-up sheet at the end of the divider there. You have 3 minutes to make up, and we're waiting for a few minutes. Our city clerk has to get something before we can officially open the meeting here.
Really? Who was it?
I think he was a Barker.
That doesn't surprise me. I saw that.
I didn't want that, but they outvoted me.
Okay, now that's our Husky Invitational track meet. So I will try to get there.
5 o'clock.
I'll try to get there. I'm hoping to have the shot put done by 5.
We're cutting at 5:30.
Okay, I'll try to be there. Okay? If not, I'll show up late for refreshments.
I'll lock the door at 7.
I remember those track meets.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got sunburned like crazy, and sometimes you froze to death. The what?
We'll ask her. Maybe Ashley. Ashley's gonna get it. She's had
Spectrum. What is it?
One works half the time.
I have Spectrum streaming. Clint told me Friday night, he said, Mom, you can get SEC Plus and watch the Sooners play softball. Did you know that? I didn't know he knew that. I still haven't figured out how much.
No. All right. Plug it and unplug it. 80% of your unplug it and plug it back in. Let it reboot. That's
There's something coming on now.
it's coming on.
There you go. Yay! That's an electronic genius. in
If
play.
there's anybody, I might.
Let's always reboot.
Oh, Dan took it, I think.
Well, okay. We got everybody here. Call to order the Florence City Council meeting for Monday, April 6, 2026. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First order of business, we have some presentations. I'd like to,
I need a roll call.
roll call, please.
Counselor Van Houten.
Here.
Counselor Stiefel.
Here.
Counselor Mergelman.
Here.
Counselor Gardner.
Here.
Counselor Stone.
Here.
Counselor McKinnon.
Here.
Mayor Wolf.
Here. Now we will have presentations. First, I'd like to invite Stephanie Moses up to the lectern there. I'm going to read our proclamation on sexual awareness, and then if you'd like to say a few words, you're more than welcome to. Okay. Whereas April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month and calls attention to the fact that sexual violence is widespread and impacts every person in Fremont County. And whereas every day women, men, and children across Colorado suffer the pain and trauma of sexual assault upon survivors and our communities, and whereas this crime occurs far too frequently, goes unreported far too often, and leaves long-lasting physical and emotional scars. And whereas during National Sexual Assault Awareness Month, we recommit ourselves to lifting the veil of secrecy and shame surrounding sexual violence, expanding support for victims, and strengthening our response. And whereas sexual violence affects individuals of all ages, backgrounds, and circumstances, whereas as a community we share the responsibility for protecting each other from sexual assault, supporting victims when it does occur, and bringing perpetrators to justice. And whereas at every level we must work to provide necessary resources to victims of every circumstances, including medical attention, mental health services, relocation and housing assistance, and advocacy during the criminal justice process. And whereas Florence, Colorado can come together to increase awareness about sexual violence, decrease its frequency, hold offenders accountable, support victims, and heal lives. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Steve Wolf, Mayor of the City of Florence, Colorado, do hereby proclaim April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month in the City of Florence, Colorado, and hereby urge the community to work together to educate themselves about sexual violence prevention, to support survivors, and speak out against harmful attitudes and actions. Okay.
I just want to talk a little bit about Family Crisis Services. So Family Crisis Services is a nonprofit organization. We're located in Canyon City. Sorry. We're located in Canyon City, and we support Custer County and Fremont County. We provide services like safe housing for those in need to flee. We do legal paperwork support, and we also provide counseling and much more. Last year alone, we supported 347 new survivors. We took 1,210 crisis calls, and we also provided 1,477 nights of shelter per person per night. And if anyone needs support, if you or someone you know, they can always call our 24/7 crisis line at 719-275-2429. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we want to get a photo right there?
Sure. Or how about by the flag?
Okay, next is the Arbor Day proclamation. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can reduce erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of our business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. And whereas the City of Florence has been recognized as Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation Association. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Steve Wolf, Mayor of the City of Florence, Colorado, do hereby proclaim April 16th, 2026 as Arbor Day in the City of Florence, Colorado, and urge all citizens to celebrate and support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. Okay, thank you. No one signed up for public comment, so we'll move to consent agenda. Consent agenda items A through J, approving minutes, expenditures, Liquor renewal license for Big D's, the patio pub, Florence Brewing Company. A modification premises for the Florence Brewing Company. Selecting an applicant for the vacant position of Planning Commission. Accepting the sidewalk assessment and entering into a multi-year contract for digital records management. At this time, would any of the council members like to pull any one of those items?
I would like to pull item I for further discussion.
Any other? All right, then, could we have a motion to approve consent agenda items A through H and J?
I'll make a motion, we approve consent agenda A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and J.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Item I, consider accepting the sidewalk assessment conducted by Three Rocks Engineering. City Manager.
Thank you, Council. As you know, on November 17th of last year, we had a workshop determining and a focus on establishing a structure and long-term sidewalk program. That first step was to get an assessment of actually what our sidewalks were like, what shape they were in, and evaluated based on an engineer and an evaluation by that qualified engineer. So we went into contract with Three Rocks Engineering. They have completed the assessment project. Now we can work towards that foundation, just like we did with our sidewalk, our street assessment. And now we can align that. We can allow us to maintain our consistency in those projects. This would also help us catalog the state of the sidewalks to consider programs. Example would be city-funded projects, CIPs, grants, long-term. Right now, there is no financial obligation or impact. This will just give us future programs based on engineered plans. And we could use that to fulfill our 2026 budgeted money and plan for the future. So you did get a copy of the sidewalk assessment and a small PowerPoint kind of rolling it all up. There is a big one that lists out every single one. I didn't include that because that would be something we would look at in the workshop and go through each one. But what I do think is important is that we know exactly how many sidewalks. So 120,000 square feet of sidewalks. We had 74,000 that were rated as good. Rated as fair to good were 7,000. Rated as fair, 14,000. Rated as fair to poor, 8,500. And rated as for poor was 15,000. So if you kind of put it in numbers beyond that, so 25 out of 64 are high priority sidewalks and streets, 14 out of 64 are medium priority, and 25 out of 64 are low priority. So it kind of gives us an idea on where to go, where to start, how that funding looks like, how an ordinance or a change. But that is not what I'm asking you now. What I'm asking you now is to accept the assessment so then we can start the planning process.
Does council have any questions? Comments? I just like to thank the city for the process that we're going through here. It's not just a shotgun, pick a sidewalk. You know, there's a real process here. I appreciate that.
And I do want to note this, the street assessment was a very encompassed piece of work because there's a lot more engineering that went into it. So I think this one is pretty easy to read based on the red, yellow, and green and the bunches of sidewalk and what was used for that. So I think this is a great plan for us to move forward and determine what they did. I think Three Rocks did a really good job.
Thank you. Any questions, comments? Someone make a motion to approve the sidewalk assessment?
I'll make a motion to accept the sidewalk assessment City of Florence, Colorado, as conducted by Three Rocks Engineering and Surveying.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, new business, we have 2 items. First item is consider approving resolution number 4, 2026, allowing a salvage yard in Watchman's Quarter. City planner, please.
Good evening, council. George Clark, the owner of the property at 551 South Union Street, is seeking approval to establish a salvage yard on the site, including the construction of a 20 by 60 building. This building is intended to support the operation as well as potential to include a watchman's quarters. The Planning Commission met on February 26th, 2026, and voted unanimously in favor of the special use review application, recommending to City Council for final approval. Do you have any questions pertaining to the staff comments? Any kind of discussion you would like to?
I've got one on here. It says, the applicant intends to request a variance for the Board of Zoning Appeals to waive the requirement for paved parking, landscape, sidewalks, gutter, curb and gutter.
Yes, sir.
So if we accept this as it is right now, they would be required to have that.
They have the option of either going to BOZA or not. It's a development issue. This is actually for the permission to have the project. It not necessarily, it's a BOZA's decision whether they grant that or not.
Okay.
You were talking about the sidewalk around the facility?
Yeah, well, it says they were gonna go to BOZA about having to pave and having curb and
I
gutter.
think the closest existing sidewalk to that property's gotta be a half a mile or so.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Do we need to have any, don't think we need to have any comments by the,
If you would like to speak with them, you absolutely can.
does anybody have any questions or desire to hear from? No? Sounds like none.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, someone like to make a motion?
I recommend that City Council approve resolution number 4-2026, a resolution approving a salvage yard and watchman's quarters as a use by special review located at 551 South Union Street.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Counselor Stone,
Yes.
Counselor Van Houten,
Yes.
Counselor Stiefel,
Yes.
Counselor Mergelman,
Yes.
Counselor Gardner,
Yes.
Counselor McKinnon,
Yes.
Mayor Wolf.
Yes. Yeah, congratulations there. Get that approved. Okay, the next item, consider adopting resolution 5, 2026, resolution approving a salvage yard, oh, no. I was waiting for, no problem. Yeah. There we go.
Now you're on.
Okay, I got it right here. Number 5, 2026, a resolution establishing a drought response plan for the city of Florence, Colorado. I just want to say beforehand, this is actually an update to our current drought response plan that we have on record. And staff's been working really, really hard at this, considering our current and projected state of water throughout the whole state of Colorado. We will be opening it up to public comment if there is any. But I would caution about getting too detailed or too much in the weeds on it, because hopefully we'll be having some town halls and real good communications on this, which the city planner will lead. All right, city manager.
Thank you, council. I came down here because I think Brandon will probably have to join me on some of the questions, so I'm gonna make it easier for him. As you stated, Mr. Wolf, this is an update to our current water resolution for our conservation plan. The previous conservation plan was dated from 2003. Now, there was a plan that was worked through between there, but was never adopted by council. So it was really important to us to get an updated one, get it in front of you, and one that works for 2026. So I'd like to start by appreciating Brandon and Tom and Kiana and Cortland. We worked really hard on this because it's really very important to us all. And in the state of the water right now with the water storage and the snow and all that, it's really important. So we are asking you to adopt and establish the drought response plan for the city of Florence as presented. So the city's water supply is not only vulnerable to conditions on the Arkansas River and legally binding water calls, but it is also increasingly threatened by current environmental stresses, including ongoing regional drought patterns, heightened wildfire activity in surrounding areas, and elevated fire restriction levels issued by local fire authorities. This updated plan provides a clear phased structure for how the city responds to these combined risks, ensuring the continued protection of public health, safety, and economic stability. This plan introduces 4 drought levels, and this is not new. The original plan had drought levels. So the key, there are 4 elements to this. There are clear drought triggers. Each drought level is automatically initiated by a specific priority water call dated along the Arkansas River. Tiered conservative measures, increasing restrictions on outdoor watering, commercial operations, hydrant usage, parks, pools, and other demands on conditional as the condition worsens. Tiered financial measures establishing excess water usage rate increases on city utility bills, bulk station users as water conservation continues, conditions increase. And a little background, Florence holds one of the oldest and most senior municipal water rights on the Arkansas River through the Union Ditch Priority of November 30th, 1861. This right provides the city with nearly all of its municipal water supply, and because it is a senior municipal diversion on the river, a call on this right has never occurred and would likely be a short-lived if it ever did. While this long-standing priority status offers Florence a measure of protection during river shortages, it does not exempt the community from being responsible with their water management. Senior rights are a privilege, but they do not guarantee unlimited security. Even with our advantaged position, the city must remain a good steward of all of our resources, conserve during periods of stress, and plan proactively to support regional water stability, wildfire readiness, and long-term resilience. And I think we just seen an example of that. So the financial measures for this would be the city's water billing system is built around a standard monthly minimum of 3,500 gallons for every customer. The minimum amount required remains unchanged in all drought stages, so residents can continue to meet their essential household needs. When a customer uses more than 3,500 gallons in a month, the additional water is charged at a higher drought stage rate. These excess uses rates increase depending on the severity of the drought, a 20% increase during level 2, a 100% increase level 3, and a 200% increase during level 4. This structure helps encourage conservation during critical periods while ensuring that basic water needs remain affordable and protected. So, it's important to note that this plan is focused on conservation, information, training, and education. Right now, even in our old plan, we're in tier 1 or phase 1. So conservation, right now, what we need to be doing is getting ready for any other additional phases. By doing this, we get people used to using that minimum use. Any questions?
I've had 2 questions people have asked me. One is about untreated water versus treated water. How many customers do we have that use untreated water,
Raw water?
raw water?
2 as of right now. Contractually, with the South Reservoir project, we allotted Alan Gordon the use of raw water for construction purposes and dust suppression at 100,000 gallons a year, which is not a lot of water. When you think we produce millions of gallons a day, 100,000 gallons of water is a drop in the bucket, and that's a per year. The only other raw water bulk user we have right now is Custer County, who only uses that for road maintenance.
So it's minimal.
And then the last one would be the golf course.
Yeah, Sumo.
Oh,
golf
that's
Yes, the golf
correct.
course,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry about that.
And that is another contract. And it does talk about the golf course raw water in the plan, so that there is stages that they'll have to follow.
Okay, so they're down in one of the tiers where it would affect them to where they would have their water pulled. The other question I keep getting, have had several ask me about bulk water. Does it come down to, as of right now, anybody can pull in and fill up with bulk water? Would that hold true?
That's a great question, Rudel. We are going to implement a new program at the bulk station, one we have been hesitant to do, but we're changing that now. We have the ability to turn on a PIN for the bulk station. It'll still be credit card, but we are going to start phasing out to get every user has to have a PIN. The PIN is going to be registered based on their address, and then it's in the plan where they fall within that bulk water. So we will start that effectively when the plan is
So
if it's approved.
Somebody just can't come in off the highway.
Not
that
anymore
lives-
if this is approved.
As of right now,
Yes.
that can happen. And in a normal year, we welcome that for bulk water sales. But by implementing this PIN system, it's going to lock up the station until you put your PIN in, and then you'll be able to purchase water and swipe your card. To get a PIN, you simply have to come and just prove your physical residence address. And then come stage 3, we will limit the bulk water station to just our immediate surrounding areas. So our surrounding zip codes, from here to Canyon to Wetmore, Penrose area, and
Rockville,
and
Coker.
Rockville, yes, all of our immediate area. So let's say outside users in between Canyon and Salida, they're gonna have to go to Canyon or Salida. We're gonna be servicing just our area. Then come level 4, bulk water sales cease.
Is there any restriction on what the bulk water can be used for? I don't know how you police that, but.
The policing is the difficult part of it. It will be posted and encouraged for these residents, these outside residents, bulk water users, to follow the same type of restrictions and conservation methods that we entail, because they will be also seeing the price increases at every stage, every tier level in the drought plan.
Will there be like I said, somebody really drilled me on this, will there be a limit to how much a person can take a day or a week or a month?
As of right now, no. They're limited to 2,000 gallons at our bulk station. Anything over that currently, we call commercial bulk water customers, and they fill up at a different location. And the tiers talk about that as well, as far as they fill up at a hydrant, so they use a hydrant meter. There's at I believe it's tier 2 that's restricted, and then tier 3, I think that is cut out the hydrant use. So those bigger users will be cut out as well.
And Kiana will be leading that effort to get those pins in. And that will also help for letting them know where they are. So right now we have no way to send out information. If you all remember when the bulk station went out, there was really no way to let some of these guys know until they got there. So this may help us also with notifying them. So
Yeah.
this is definitely a good.
And a lot of the bulk water customers we can reach, we had advertised for an extended period of time for them to sign up for constant contact. A lot of them, because of the outage last year, they know now some of the places they can get this information regarding the water at the bulk water station. The city website, signing up for constant contact, which many have. So we'll be able to get that information out there. We also have a kiosk at the bulk water station where we'll be posting all of this.
And Laura, you said we went on level 1 today.
As of this
As of
Yes.
this morning,
Yes,
the Coal Creek
Yes.
was called.
yes.
And we're on level 1 according to even to our old plan.
Yep.
correct.
So what triggers each level?
Water call priority dates. So with where they pull, and this is where Brandon's gonna come in, because it's when they can pull and how much they can pull off the river. That's,
So a call on the river has to go off of priority dates. Priority dates are the dates that are assigned to decreed water rights. For instance, Florence's most senior water rights, or second most senior water rights on the Arkansas, for sure most senior municipal water right on the Arkansas has a priority date of November 30th, 1861, excuse me. And so our senior water rights allow us to continue to pull water until a more senior water right puts a call in the river, then everybody junior has to stop pumping or taking water. So as the call on the river gets more and more senior, that's what triggers the next level in this drought response plan.
and on the plan, each section tells you which call date that is triggered. This is a concrete way to say, this is where we're at.
So I guess to further explain, Tammy,
It's confusing.
It is confusing, but basically, someone with senior water rights says, I was here first, I have, first rights to the water, then the next person in line goes, well, I'm here second, I got second rights to the water, so on and so forth, where someone coming in 20 years ago, for instance, we have some more junior water rights that have a priority date of 1980, I believe it is, right? The current, yeah. And so those are never in priority. The call on the river is always more senior than that, so we can never pump those water rights. We might have been able to back in '99 for a very short period of time when there was a free river, but that's very, very, very few and far between. So.
Are you in communication with other municipalities when they call the water, so you will know ahead of time? Or is it just a surprise?
It's not in communication with others as far as our triggers for our tier levels. It is daily, every morning, we have to, on our water accounting spreadsheets, we have to put on that day's priority call on the river. So we are checking it every morning, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So that is something that the water commissioner for this division in the Arkansas River Valley he posts it daily. If there's a new call, if there's not a new call, there was one call that went from, it was the same call, same date from November 15th of last year, or November 30th, something like that, all the way to, there we go.
There we go.
So those are the call dates. One of the bottom ones is from last year. And it was the same until the middle of March when a new call date came in that was more senior. So that is what we look at every morning to get the current river call date. And so when that says, well, like this morning, that very top one in the priority date column is older than the trigger for tier 1 in our drought response plan. So that means we are now in tier 1.
I don't know if this is helpful, but also just maybe for context, some of these phases, when you're getting more towards the 3 or the 4, I mean, I think you will be seeing changes across the landscape, governor's office, news. You will probably be able to tell, oh my gosh, we're not in a great situation. You may not be able to trigger the exact date of the call, but it won't be catching people by surprise, I don't think, but please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
And it's also important to note, when we look at our call date, this is, we're got the fourth oldest.
Well, second. According
Second.
to Dan Henricks, our water commissioner, in a meeting we had with him 2 weeks ago, there's only one other water right on the Arkansas that is more senior than ours. And that's a farmer up Hartscrabble Creek.
But, yeah, but it's not, it's not municipal
It's
use.
not a municipal
So we have the
use.
number 1 municipal rights.
And it has been said that it has to be proven to officially be called this, but if you were to put a call in the river to tell Florence to stop pumping, it has been said that it could be analyzed and assumed that it would be a futile call, and it wouldn't affect us.
Has anybody projected what tier they think we might get to this summer? Have you heard? Or
Well, Rudel, we are hopeful.
We've had
Mine
lots
too.
of conversations.
Some extended forecasts have made us hopeful. It certainly could be worst case scenario, but I'd like to remind everybody we had some similar, not as bad as we're at in the shape now, but similar conditions back in '99, I believe it was, and we had a late El Nino, I think they called it, in April, and our conditions bettered significantly. So that's something we need to hope for. I will be the first one to volunteer for a rain dance if anybody wants to get out there with me. So come join me.
And it's important to note that Brandon looks at these every day. So as we're going into these tiers, we've came up with a system to where we're tracking those, because the rates as you go into 2 and 3 and 4, they're all based on that rate, and once that rate has changed, it's staying for the month. So it's very important that we're tracking these, keeping track of them, and that we're very transparent with the citizens so they know exactly where they're at. That's why level 1 is about conserving and learning to be within that 3,500. So we're also looking at investing into some low flow showers that we can pass out to citizens. We're making an information site on our website for conservation. So it goes beyond what's in here. It's what else we're gonna do.
Public outreach.
Public outreach, we're going to do training and all kinds of town halls, so that it's every day I'll probably be talking about water somewhere, somehow, some way.
Brandon, what's our pull for the 1861 water right? How much water can we pull from that?
That's 7.6 CFS.
And Lori, can residents look up on the website how much water they've used each, as you go along, like each week of a month, so to see where they're at?
Great question, but no, they cannot. But you know what they can do? They could call Kiana Hess, and she has up-to-date census metering material, and she will be more than happy to. This will be a big deal for her.
A lot of phone calls though.
Yep. You know what? We're ready. We're ready. Just we ask citizens, be patient, leave a message. Kiana will stay here, and she does a great job of calling people back. If not, put it on 81226, and I'll run down there and I'll help her.
My staff and I will help
We will
with
help.
that as well.
Yeah.
And I think we ought to encourage citizens too to go back and evaluate their water use
Absolutely.
for the past couple of years. How much do they, did they ever get past the minimum
Yeah.
in the winter?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, if
So
they
we look
never
at
got
past
past,
water bills.
yeah, if they never got past
Yeah.
the minimum in the winter, they know, that normal household stuff, they're not gonna get above it. And then compare that to what they do in the summer for their lawns and their gardens, and that's where the citizens can start to plan and help conserve.
And Kiana can pull a lot of good reports to help them just reach out, and if we do get into these major ones, maybe we plan some days where, come on down, we'll sit and get your reports, and me and Kiana will sit there and help you. Invoice Cloud, good one. Invoice Cloud is our new system that has some of that options in there too. Call us, we'll help you walk through that. There are a couple updates. If you choose to pass, please pass it with deleting page 8's graph and 9's language for level 4 bulk water. We will have to update that there's some typos in that. So Dan, if you can help with that language.
Yeah, I would just say, to the extent you dug into the very details, these are minor corrections, but on page 8, the sentence starting with outside bulk water users, I believe the proposal is to remove it entirely, and then there's a correlating table on page 9 at the top that would also need an adjustment to reflect that. You don't need to state that in your motion. You can just say, for the record, we just stated the proposed changes, and you can make your motion as presented as the last part.
And I'd like to say one last thing. I would like to thank Tom Piltendrud. He is instrumental in his historical knowledge and passing it on to staff to continue to upgrade and know and make great plans. I'm going to say it, Pioneers did a great job setting us up on these water rights and doing all of the things in the water. But sometimes it gets lost when we don't get that knowledge. So Tom, thank you. He's a gem.
Okay.
Any more questions? Sorry.
I do. When are you gonna fill the pool, and do you think that everything's good there?
Right now it is. The pool is in one of the triggers.
Yeah, I see that in thought 4.
So as long as we're not in a trigger, it will be filled. The thing I've learned about the pool is once you fill it, it's just tapping it off. So we will. It's a go. If it changes, we will make sure everybody knows immediately. The plan is to have that. That's all the kids got. We've got big plans for it, but we also have to save our water. So right now, it's a go. Could change. We are in the process of hiring all of the staff and getting the pool ready. So, Tammy, I wish I could give you more of an answer than that.
Yep. Sue.
I understand we have senior water rights, starting in 1861. What about other municipalities on up to Leadville? Because Leadville is where the Arkansas starts. Nobody? Nobody senior?
Nope.
It's marvelous.
Yeah.
Nobody more senior than us.
Right, okay, gotcha.
And I'm not sure of any specific priority dates of their defreed water.
Okay.
But yes, ours is more senior district.
Because yesterday, Grand County, where I lived forever, it's on the Continental Divide, and it feeds from the Colorado River to the Front Range. They said that they were seriously considering going to their severe drought 3.
Wow.
So you might want to
Yep.
check on that.
We will.
Okay.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you. That's good information.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to find this is going to be elevated to a regional and state level very, very quickly. So, Okay. No, the media won't be, no. Yeah. Okay, do we have any other questions from council? Okay. We have a motion to approve Resolution 5-2026.
I move to adopt Resolution 5-2026, a resolution establishing a drought response plan for the city of Florence, Colorado, including the aforementioned changes.
We have a second.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Counselor Stiefel?
Yes.
Counselor Gardner?
Yes.
Counselor Van Houten?
Yes.
Counselor Mergelman?
Yes.
Counselor Stone?
Yes.
Counselor McKinnon?
Yes.
Mayor Wolf?
Yes. Again, thank you to all staff members' hard work they put into this, and I know we're going to be looking at how to get that information out to the public, educate. Okay, we'll go from there. All right, council reports. Brenda.
I just want to thank the city for the retreat last week. It was very informative, and I learned a lot, and thank you.
Rudel.
Same here. I think the retreat was very positive. I think we all got some good feedback out of it. And it was a unique time to interact with the council and administration. I did attend the Pioneer Day board. That's going well this year, and a BOZA board the other night.
Matt.
Attended the Ward 2 town hall with Tammy and the rest of the city staff. It was a fantastic event. Good questions, good people there. It was nice to get some input from the public. I would also like to thank the water department for their assistance with the airport whenever the 24 fire was going in Fort Carson. We needed some assistance getting a wrench, called Brandon. Within 15 minutes we had it. So always ready to help anytime we need their assistance. So thank you.
Tammy.
Yeah, we had a good Ward 2 meeting. We had a few citizens show up, but we'll maybe have another one and see if we can get some more people to show up.
Okay, Gail.
Likewise on the retreat, and that's it.
James.
Same on the retreat. Thank you for the city to put that on. Very informational, and I think that was really good for us all to get together and be able to talk.
I stopped by Senior Coffee a couple times, stopped by the Ward 2 Town Hall. Again, thanks again for that city council retreat. It was beneficial. Attended the regional water meeting. That was good. Attended Fremont Sanitation District meeting, and they're going to get involved in this in some ways too with the water issues. And I attended a meeting with city staff, Rockvale, and the district water commissioner. Okay. City manager.
I would like to say that the retreat was fantastic. It was a nice collaboration to get everybody on the same page. I really enjoyed that. I think that is something that is so valuable when we're looking at direction. So valuable. But I'm a little upset because I really think that we are the winners of the trivia. We were, just so you know. I have a couple thank yous that me and Brandon would like to do. So if I could get Miguel Cherez, and I hope I say that right, Miguel, and Anthony Bosco, if you guys could come on up. These guys look like water guys. They all have the same strut. All right, so as you guys know, as you all know, because we were out passing out water, we had our water leaks during that week. Well, these two gentlemen helped us. They're from Canyon City Water. Actually, Brandon, I'm going to let you do this because it is not mine to do.
Well,
It's up for everybody.
I'll make this short and sweet. Just as a matter of record, these two guys specifically helped us that evening when we were in need of some material to fix a large water main leak. They work for Canyon City, but I do want to say not only these guys in the past, but Canyon City has never ceased, never refused to help us in situations like this. We try not to make it a very common thing, but anytime we say, hey, do you have a part we can borrow till we get one in, they never hesitate to help us out. So we just wanted to show our appreciation to these two guys with Canyon Water Distribution, and let them know that we appreciate it. And even without an official intergovernmental agreement, we can help each other out and pay each other back. So thank you guys.
And I'm gonna say this, it's a little, this is what I see, guys, is that we had citizens who could have been without water for a lot longer, but because you guys stepped in and got us our pipe and saved Brandon and the crew from having to go get it, because you guys did all that, brought it and let us use yours, our citizens were out of water for very less time. So you didn't have to do that. Our citizens thank you. We thank you. It's a big deal. And anytime that you need us, we're there.
Just to say, I've known Brandon for a while now, and I can guarantee that if we were in a bind and City of Florence had the parts, they would do the same for us.
We absolutely would. Rural communities,
Yes.
love them. All right, so Miguel, what do you do, Miguel? You're the on-call, right?
Operator.
He just came on call to help us too. And Anthony.
He's on call right now.
Oh. And then Anthony, you're the supervisor, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you guys. We appreciate it. We're better together. So Steve, if we could get a picture. And
Lori, anything else?
yes. All right, so wanted to give a couple updates. Sam Elston. Sam is retiring. If you don't know yet, I'm spilling the beans. Sam has been with the city for over 35 years. He has given tirelessly to the Florence Citizen, excuse me, probably that too. Sam is the epitome of a servant leader. They could write a book about him. He puts everything above himself, and for the first time, he could be fishing and doing what he wants to do. We are forever grateful, Sam, for you, and just like Tom, you'll never really leave us. So, we'll miss you, but I know I'll turn around and you'll be standing there looking through my snacks. But on another note, Sam started as a laborer, just a young kid, trash guy, just working his way. So you also show there's opportunity and growth and what hard work can do. And I am so proud to known you. And Sam, when I first started here, he was so kind to me on code enforcement. He would go with me and we'd get skunks off the side of the road. He would. He was the only one that would help me. And he'd go, kid, come on. And he would help me. So he, I am so happy that you're going to get to enjoy some time because that's all we have. So, Trend. No. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, you're definitely leaving holy boots for him. So Sam doesn't like to get new boots. Yeah. 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 Yep. And Sam is part of the transition. So we really did work it to honor Sam, get some transition time. So we do not want to be, here you go, jump in the fire. We are over that. So Sam is a huge part of the transition and will help, and that person, whoever it may be. We have it posted on the website and LinkedIn. We've got some applications I'm super excited for, and we will make sure we pick somebody that can hit the ground running, Sam, just like us. Yep. 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 Yeah. Yep. 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 And you have some good people that have been around a long time in that department. It'll be good. So, check your fishing off your list. All right. Just a couple updates. Next council, you'll get the new debt retirement rates, and just a little peek into that. Steve, you already know this from the regional water, but we did pay off 2 major, a loan and a debt bond. So that's very exciting. So I'm very excited to talk about that because I get that asked every day. When are the bonds going to be done? So that's exciting news coming. Next week, we will be having our financial audit will be conducted next week. Very happy to have that over and done with, and then Brandy will be taking over. Brandy will be presenting financials next council, so she's gonna jump right into that. Let's see, the 2007, the rate study, that was part of our CIP program. We have decided, with some help between Tom, myself, Brandon, and Cortland, we found the rate model from 2017. So we're going to work through that, and I think we could use that and save us that cost of doing it out of house. And it's really, truly, that's what a rate survey is just putting the numbers in the model. So we're going to have that, and hopefully with the next 3 months, I think we can have something to you for that. I'm really excited about this. As you all know, and I know staff knows, code enforcement is a huge priority for me because the citizens have spoke, and that's a big priority for them. So just, we had 48 cases of code enforcement in March. We have 7 court cases that'll be on the next docket. We did 3 cleanups, property cleanups. We have 1 more that we are working on. And some of them, they're all arranged. So they're out there looking at everything from weeds to dogs at large to expired plates. So we're really working hard on getting that piece and doing the will of the citizens for that. So I thought you guys would be very interested to know that. I get asked that all the time. Does anybody ever go to court? Well, yes, there's 7 of them, this next court case. We're also gonna be decorating City Hall a little bit. Y'all ever go to Fremont County and see all the flags and all the stuff for the 250, 150? Well, Florence is gonna do that too, because we're super proud of the 250, 150. So we're gonna get some flags and spruce it up here to show how excited we are about that. I think that is all I have. Oh, one last thing. Front Street and Sunnyside, we are going to go out for bid for those streets. So we're working on the RFP to get that out and get it to you for our street projects. Sam is confident that they'll come in with the remainder of the street improvement money for the year. He's confident, and I trust him. All right. Does anybody have any questions for me or any of the staff from their reports? They look a little different. We kind of are messing with them. A little bit more details on some of the stuff they do, because they do work very hard.
No questions? Okay, City Attorney, anything?
Nothing for me.
Okay. City Clerk, anything? Okay. And we don't have any questions for them, so any need for executive session? Hearing none. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Adjourned at 7:31. Reminder, we have workshop tomorrow at 5:30. Okay.